My name's Captain Jason Gould. I'm the jail administrator here at the Genesee County Sheriff's Office. I've been here for 23 years. I've been the jail administrator for 9. When people are incarcerated, they're not there willingly, and they sometimes cause issues inside of the jail. And as we progress into looking into liability, having a camera system that will defend us from false accusations was very important for us to have. That's what we were looking for. So the old system, when we had it, it was, I'm guessing, installed in the late 80s, maybe early 90s. And for the time, it worked well for that time period. But times have changed, and our accountability we're held at a higher accountability now than ever before. Certainly, to download a video of an incident that happened on just a few of the cameras that we did have in the old system took 8 to 10 hours to actually make the video because it was so out of date, and it definitely needed an upgrade. And in order to do that, we needed a company that could step up and do this. Right from the very beginning, you could see a distinct difference between EOS and the other companies that bid on the job. And one of the biggest differences, if you will, was the very detailed mapping and the angles of the cameras and how many cameras we put where, and there was an explanation. There was time that was taken by the leadership at EOS to tell us why they should go here and why they should go there, and we didn't see that in any other vendor. Now, keep in mind, this was the first jail that EOS ever did, is my understanding, and they weren't familiar with how intricate the building could be. But they came in, and it took them probably 8 months to complete, I'm guessing, and they were amazing. They adhered to our security protocols coming into the jail. Working and doing any type of construction in an operational jail is very difficult to do. Manifesting tools and equipment when they come in to make sure that the same number of tools that came in come out, and making sure that inmates, trustees that roam the building all over the place didn't grab some of those. Having it the way that it was and the mindset in which EOS approached it was second to none. We weren't even familiar with that from the other vendors that we'd used in the past, and they stepped up and knocked it out of the park. So the general day-to-day use is super easy to use. We have 4 great big monitors in the supervisor's office that are monitoring every level of the jail, and we're able to watch from a distance if something doesn't look right. A lot of times on those cameras, with a housing unit of 120 inmates to 2 deputies, and they're all out in the same room, which is a direct supervision jail like we have, on one of those housing units, and we can see a shift of people or something that's happening, a lot of times we're able to head things off before some disruption happens. When we used to have to track an item or an incident that happened, it would take detectives or supervisors hours upon hours, maybe even days, to watch the video in its entirety to see what exactly happened. Well, now we have the ability to back up, replay, do a forensic search, look at particular items, have a search box. What used to take hours, maybe days, would take less than 2 minutes now. And the download capability, when we do have to memorialize an event, it's so much easier now to make those downloads and put them into a file than it was before. It used to be, from the old system, if an incident happened on one of the few cameras that we did have, it would take a long time and it was burned onto a disk. We don't do that anymore. There's no need to do that anymore. It goes right into a file, and it's easily searchable. We'll get a FOIA request of something that happened 2.5 years ago, and certainly our officers, myself, we don't remember exactly what happened 2.5 years ago, but we're able to look on that file on that date, and be able to pull it right up instantly. So the very few times that we've had to call for service because there's been a failure of some sort in a camera, it's been within a day, no more than 2, to get somebody out and get that camera replaced or diagnose the problem. They're very responsive. Every time I call, they answer the phone. Every time I get a person on the phone, which is important to me, and having a local business that can do that and service us the way that EOS does is really, it's second to none. Not only would I recommend EOS for any correctional institution, I have done that. I've had other counties come here and actually look at the functionality of our system. We've added cameras, and they've come in and looked how easy it was to add the cameras. Nobody has a system that can compare to what we have in Genesee County right now. and it's absolutely recommendable 100% of the way.